This new song, where did this come from, and is it going to lead to a new body of work?
We wrote it in Scotland, and it was about a relationship that I had been in where it had ended, and maybe because I was a fool, and it's one of those things where when you see your ex moving on,
Yeah,
it's like you're like, oh, I don't like this. Do you know what I mean? It's like that sort of like this weird little like toxic voice in your head that's like, they should be as miserable as you are. This is horrible. I don't want you to be happy. I don't want you. So kind of that sort of like thing of a lot of my songs previously have been about, go out there and find the right guy for you and, go out and spread your wings.
Yeah.
And this song was about like this sort of like devil on my shoulder being like, clip those wings. Those wings and watch stuff on. Like, it was like one of those things. It was like it's this really weird feeling. But yeah, and then we did a lot of it like in Scotland, as I said. We wrote it in a guy called Alan's front room.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of this album at Airbnbs. Obviously, all these studios were shut and closed because of COVID. So we had a bunch of Airbnbs like across the country. And this particular song was written in a guy called Alan's front room. So thank you, Alan.
Thank you, Alan. Shout out, Alan. Does Alan get 10% of the cut or a cake or something?
Alan gets nothing.
Okay.
Alan gets
and
nothing.
Rightly
If he had given us an Airbnb for free, if he had any sense about him,
that's right.
He would have said, keep your money. Give me a cut of whatever you write. But Alan, you're a full man. You've been taken for a ride by the best in the biz. That's what we do. We take people for rides. But yeah, and it is leading towards a new body of work and a new record. I think. We'll see if if we bring this song out and people don't react well to it. There might be like wait a minute here.
True. People stream Forget Me. And also, the good thing is it's relatable, right? Because everyone has an ex that they kind of want to screw over,
Yeah, totally, yeah. And that was the thing. The song is more like, it's that thing as well, like of like not, I don't know. It's like this sort of like really evil thing,
but it's natural
coming from a place of love.
Yes,
like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want you to move on and stuff. Like, I'm kind of like, it's like I'd rather hear that you're telling people how much you hate me and all this, because then I'm still in your life in some weird sort of way.
This is turning into therapy, Lewis. And why don't you lie down? It's time to lie down.
I'm unloading upon you. Unloading upon you. That's good.
I will bill you per hour. Are you in a relationship? Are you single? What's going on there?
No, I'm single. Single. I'm off. I'm just absolutely single as you can possibly
on the market.
I'm also not. Yeah, I'm on the market. I'm on the apps.
Yeah,
I'm on the apps. I'm trawling through the apps looking for love.
Yeah.
I haven't been very successful. But we're having a good time. We're out here. And I feel like it'd be weird if I came back and I'm writing all these songs about like being brokenhearted and all the rest of it. And I was in a relationship. I think that's very disingenuous.
I agree.
And I think I should actually be as miserable romantically as my songs portray.
Yes, just until you have enough millions, and then you can be like, you know what, I can find love now. Make the money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, buy love. That's what I want to get to. I want to get to the point where I'm paying for my love.
Not what I meant, but smart.
No.
Now I'm just having so much fun talking to you because I was such a fan. You kind of disappeared. I saw that you were performing the other day, and you were talking about the apps. You're off social media? Are you on Be Real? Because I saw you take a fan's phone mid-show and be in their Be Real. Are you on Be Real?
I'm on Be Real. Of course I am.
Did you just get pinged? Did you just get pinged? Because in Australia, we got pinged maybe half an hour ago.
Oh, I need to check. I just woke up. Let me just check. Let me check. No, I haven't been pinged yet.
Okay.
Not been pinged.
Different time zones. All right.
Yeah, not been pinged just yet. But I love Be Real, right? I like Be Real to be like my own little safe haven, where it's just me and people I know, like, because obviously all my other social media is like full of, strangers, essentially. If we boil it down to, obviously they're like lovely, lovely fans of the music and stuff, and that's great. But to a point, I don't know them, and I like Be Real to be the one that's like my special little safe space. And we did that thing. I was in Ziget Festival in Budapest. And this girl threw her phone up, and I took the picture, and it was great, and it was lovely, blah, blah, blah. But at what cost? Because my phone then blew up with people finding my Be Real.
Oh, they found you.
They found me. They found me.
Oh, no.
But I had to go through them all and like
Oh, because they'd
And
stay there otherwise. Oh no, what a mess.
and I hate that. And I've got like a bit of OCD about that, where I'm like,
Yeah.
I have to not have. I can't see all those things.
Does that happen with Tinder as well, and the apps? Like, do you have to? Do people fake? I know this is mean, but you're a very handsome guy. You know, I'd go right. But do people swipe right just to have a chat with Lewis Capaldi?
Well, people swipe right just to like kind of like make fun of me sometimes. It's
what? Are you serious?
Yeah, for sure. Some people swipe right and they're like, someone said, again, I don't want to swear on your show, but
you
it
can,
says,
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It says, your music's shite, but I fancy you. And I'm like, that the second thing doesn't make the first thing okay. That was still a hurtful thing that he said to me.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of people who just kind of like want to quip song lyrics at me, or people who don't think I'm real on those apps. So it's a struggle. It's
like, here's a pic of my ass. Is that real? Or is that prove it? Yeah.
And they're like, prove it. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't prove it. You prove it. You could be anybody. You could be anybody. Just because I'm on television every now and then. And that's the thing as well with the apps. I find that people are. It's a real rock and a hard place situation, because either someone is overly cautious of me and they're like, I don't think you're real, there's no way this is real, or someone's like, oh my god, Lewis Capaldi, I love you, and then it's like but then I don't want the person who's too blasé with it as well.
Yeah,
because that's what you were believing everything that you read on the internet was. This, you probably think they're probably a flat earther.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of person.
Yeah, and then you can't get song material out of that. You want trauma and heartbreak. You need real relationships for real songs, you know?
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So I remain hopeful, but the apps don't seem to be the place just now for my conquest for love.
Well, I want to talk about quickly the comeback. So are you calling it a comeback? What's like Capaldi HQ calling it? Are they like the return? Are they calling it the comeback?
I guess you come back. Is it a comeback? I'm coming back.
Yeah, you are technically coming back.
Yeah. Don't call it a comeback. What song's that? I don't know. Anyway, but like, yeah. But I think it's it's a return back.
Okay, the return. Great. Copyright it. Or your team might put that on a T-shirt. Sell it.
Yeah.
The Lewis Capaldi return back. Have you been a bit nervous, like on the eve of like putting new music out, or?
Oh, I've been absolutely terrified. I've
really?
been having this sounds like I'm taking having a joke here, but my anxiety's peaking. My panic attacks have been quite heavy. It's quite a big thing to jump back into this big pool of like. I've been relatively invisible for 2 years, and then you're kind of putting yourself back out into this space, and it's very different to the first time around as well, where like you're kind of easing into things, and you're because the first time around it was all like this kind of slow build, but now everyone who we sort of amassed into listening to our music on the first one, they're there now, and it's like when you put something out, it's to like at least. So let's say it was just like, let's say half of the people who follow me on Instagram listened to this new song or listened to new music or whatever. You're talking like over 2 million people. So it's like, it's this sort of like, I have this heightened.
It's expectation, right?
Yes, of course. And it's like a lot of that's self-inflicted. Like people, at the end of the day, there's a lot more going on in the world than me putting out music. People don't actually, it's not life or death for other people, or it's not life or death for me either. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, definitely nervous. It's just like jumping back into the fire a bit. And there's also that thing of like, are people still going to be interested? Because there's a lot that's happening.
Pish posh, delete that from your brain. Not real. Not real. Pish posh. I am now your therapist. That doesn't exist. That's a fake thought.
Thank you.
You were spiraling. Don't project. People love you.
I'm catastrophizing.
You're catastrophizing. Shit, that's the word I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I got told that the other day. I'm like, shut up. But I do. Don't tell me that I'm catastrophizing. No. I speak for all of Australia. They allowed me to be the mouthpiece of the nation. We're very excited to have you back. Truly. Did you experiment with any new sounds? Like, did you go, why don't we do a pop song, or why don't we add some heavy bass?
No, was the answer.
Yeah.
But the answer to that question is, I came into this album being like, I'm gonna do the exact same thing and get like I didn't want to be like, Man, let's do. It's time for my experimental record. It's like
The second,
that's one's going to blow some minds. No, for me, it was like I was really loving the music that I was making prior to the pandemic. I kind of got to making the album pretty like quickly.
Yes.
After like we stopped touring and stuff, and I think it's kind of maybe some of the songs have naturally sort of like pushed in a different direction,
Right.
and or maybe they sound a bit better because the record label gave me a lot more money this time to make the album, which was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's kind of just a natural kind of progression from the first one. I'm not like I didn't want to come on and reinvent the wheel or try and be like this new artist, because at this point in my life, I would say, if anything, I have regressed as a person since 2019 when we released the first album.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And I think, to be fair, I think Forget Me sounds a bit different from what we've done before. There is a song on there on the album that's very like 80s, which is a bit different for me and that. But so there is like a like different changes, but it wasn't considered like I'm going to change this and I'm going to do this. But the next record, Just You Wait, is going to be, I don't know, jazz flutes and jazz flutes.
Theremin. You know, I bought a theremin. I bought a theremin on Gumtree. Do you know what a theremin is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easy to play because you don't really need to do anything. I bought a theremin and I love it. So maybe incorporate that.
That's good.
It's good fun.
Yeah. Well, that's what we'll get you in. We'll get you in on the theremin on album 3.
Yeah, like Beyonce, you know, she's like listing off all the famous like influencers. Like you could put me in just as a theremin player. Sold. I'll do it. Buddy, so good to catch up with you. I love having you back. Can't wait for the new record. But we obviously have this now. Forget Me is available everywhere. Be in Australia when you can. Okay, can't wait to see you live.
I will. I'm meant to be coming down there for New Year for a holiday. So. Hopefully.
Hey, I'll see you. Follow the theremin. Be like, I know where Mitch is. I can hear it in the hills.
Yeah, I'll follow the theremin. That's it. Exactly.
You're a legend. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate this.
Man. Thank you very much.
Nailed it.